Get ready for your family's summer adventure with Curry Honda in Chicopee. Hi, it's Cassie, and we want you to hit the road in the all-new 2026 Honda Passport, built for rugged trails and packed with style. Available in vibrant colors to match your vibe. Or pack everyone up in the new Honda Odyssey, the ultimate family minivan with a spacious interior, rear seat entertainment, and cabin watch to keep your kids in check. Come get your dream ride at Curry Honda in Chicopee on Memorial Drive or online at curryhondamass.com.
Simply the best.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:35. And Blue Oyster Cult with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be cloudy today, and then maybe some sunshine this afternoon with a high of 74. It is 54 right now in downtown Springfield.
Man, what a show today. You know, tomorrow there's a chance of a beautiful day and a $20 dinner and a comedy show.
Never heard about that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll have to fill people in.
There could be a comedian coming in here.
I can't imagine who that might be and at what time he would be here, but that's all very exciting news to me.
It's like the roulette wheel of comedians.
We got that and a lot of other stuff. By the way, if you're listening to the podcast later on today, you should know it's brought to you by Curry Honda Chicopee. Experience the best. It's Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Live in concert.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:51 and Pink Floyd with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Cloudy today with a chance of a shower this afternoon and a high of 74. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 78. It is 54 right now in downtown Springfield.
Hollywood Trash is brought to you by Western Mass Masons. Call them for all your foundation and chimney needs.
Somehow you still care about what's happening in Hollywood. So, from Tinseltown, 3,000 miles away, it's Steve Nagle's Hollywood Trash.
We didn't really get a chance to talk about this during Hollywood Trash yesterday, and you had mentioned it that Robert Redford had died early yesterday morning at his home in Utah. He was 89 years old. No word on the cause of death, but maybe being 89 had something to do with it.
Well, I know a lot of guys who are 89 that do pretty well. All I'm saying is he died in his sleep, which is really the way to go, unless you have to make the bed the following day.
Well, that's Kenny Rogers said that's the best thing you can hope for, is to die in your sleep. He really was the gambler.
He really knew when to fold them.
He did. Yeah, his rep said he was in, quote, the place he loved, surrounded by those he loved. He broke out in the 60s and 70s with movies like Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid, All the President's Men, 3 Days of the Condor, and The Sting, which gave him his only Oscar nomination as an actor. But as a director, he won an Oscar for his first film, Ordinary People, in 1980. Who was in that?
Donald Sutherland, Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, yeah.
It was a very, very powerful film where Mary Tyler Moore, America's sweetheart, plays a horrible woman.
Really?
Oh, not nice at all.
Was that the one where Donald Sutherland was sleeping with his student, Karen Allen, at that college with all the beer drinkers, and they were having a big frat party? And,
No.
Wasn't that Ordinary People?
No. I believe that was Citizen Kane.
Ah, okay. Well, yes, right, because then they rode the sled down the stairs at the end of the show.
No. See, that was Ordinary People.
Oh, okay. That's where I'm getting confused. He went on to direct the Milligro Beanfield War, River Runs Through It, Quiz Show. Oh, he did Quiz Show? I didn't know he did Quiz Show.
He wound up being a really good director.
The Horse Whisperer and The Legend of Bagger Vance. And he continued acting in such classics as The Natural, Out of Africa, and Indecent Proposal.
You know, here's the thing, and I'm just going to say this because, in many ways, Robert Redford and I share a lot in common. To have the baggage of being thought of as being so incredibly good-looking sometimes puts people off, and they judge unfairly that that all we are is just eye candy.
Yeah.
We're just a snack. We're just a piece of meat. Well, I think Robert Redford and I have proven that is not necessarily always the case.
You know, I had an English teacher. That was very well put, by the way.
Thank you.
I had an English teacher in college who looked like Robert Redford. And the girls, they would always talk, oh, look how cute he is and all that stuff. And then I found out, like, after the class was over, from one of the other classmates, she's like, oh, yeah, we met Professor, I can't want to say his name. We met Professor what's-his-name up at the Tunnel Bar in Northampton for the afternoon. I'm like, who? Well, me. And she's naming all the girls that were in the class.
Right.
And I'm like, that guy's like 50-something years old. You're like 22.
Hey, when I was at Marquette, there was a Jesuit priest who happened to be a very, very handsome man.
Yeah.
Like a profoundly handsome man.
Yeah.
He just decided to become a Jesuit priest. There were all these girls on campus that used to call him Father Oh What a Waste.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, because, you know.
Because he was so good looking.
Yeah,
but listen,
you
know, if I'm being honest, he was a damn fine looking Jesuit. And they are not the best looking order in the Catholic Church.
Listen, every shell can be cracked. Those girls just didn't try hard enough.
Maybe that's the problem.
Barbara Streisand, who started with Redford in The Way We Were, said, quote, Bob was charismatic, intelligent, intense, always interesting, and one of the finest actors ever. He was one of a kind, and I'm so grateful I had the opportunity to work with him. So rest in peace, Robert Redford. I'm sorry, we were looking for Robert Redford. Let's see, who else? Mel Brooks. We don't do enough talk about Mel Brooks.
No, we don't.
How many iconic lines has Mel Brooks written over the course of his career, do you think?
1,400.
Yeah, it would probably take forever for you to list them all. He does have a favorite one, though, but I bet you'll never guess it. It's from Blazing Saddles.
Howard Johnson is right.
No. It's the very end of the movie where Gene Wilder asked Cleavon Little where he's going, and Cleavon says, nowhere special. And Gene replies, nowhere special. I always wanted to go there. So they start what you think is going to be one of those classic Western horse rides into the sunset, but then they get off their horses and end into a car. Because, you know. Did he steal that ending from, like, the Holy Grail?
Where just where the whole plot line just completely falls apart?
Where all the police show up? Right?
I think that's
Was it the Holy Grail that which Monty Python movie where all the cops showed up?
It was the Holy Grail.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, because Life of Brian, they end with them singing "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life" as they're hanging on crosses. There's some classic comedy right there.
No kidding.
If you're a pasta lover,
one of my favorite lines of his is in Blazing Saddles. Is the one that where Harvey Korman is listing all the people he wants.
Yeah.
Rustlers, cutthroats, murderers, bounty hunters, desperados, mugs, pugs, thugs, nitwits, halfwits, dimwits, vipers, snipers, conmen, Indian agents, Mexican bandits, muggers, buggerers, bushwhackers, horn swallowers, horse thieves, bull dykes, train robbers, bank robbers, ass kickers, crap kickers, and Methodists.
And Methodists. You always have to throw the Methodist thing in there at the end.
That's the best part. Unless you're a Methodist, and I truly apologize if I offended you in any way.
Kristen Bell. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
She is kind of like, that's
She's your Robert Redford.
She is my Robert Redford, yeah.
She's your sister, oh, what a waste.
Exactly. She uses a hack to stabilize blood sugar and prevent weight gain when eating pasta. Before digging in, she eats fibrous leafy greens like spinach, or takes Metamucil or a shot of apple cider vinegar. I'll do whatever she wants me to do.
I love a woman who's got a high amount of fiber.
Kristen Bell could come here and say, listen, you got to drink bacon fat for an entire week straight. It's the best thing for you. And I'm like, okay, Kristen, whatever you want. Kim Kardashian just posted on Instagram how she was deeply moved while watching the new candid Charlie Sheen documentary now playing on Netflix.
Really? Well, she must have said something to say.
Oh my God, the last time I felt something moving this deep inside was when Ray J thrusted his pork sword into the feety chute and then parried me with chum butter in that sex tape you can purchase on YouPorn for $39.95.
Wow. Caitlin?
I never got that down and dirty with your mother, Chris Kim, but I once had a mouthful of her fish weasel. Makes me giggle when I say
yes.
That. I was wearing that gack diaper like it was Hannibal Lecter's bite mask.
Think about it.
Think about it, yeah.
What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is, you remember Freshen Up gum? It was full of this wet, sticky goo, and when you started chewing it, it would squirt in your mouth and run down your face. Oh, Kim, your mother.
You kiss your mother with that mouth.
I do more than that with it, and that's your Hollywood trash. What else are you supposed to do with it? And that's your Hollywood trash on Rock 102.
Your grilling destination, Weber, Big Green Egg, Uni Pizza Ovens, and Traeger Woodfire Grills.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, let's take a moment and talk about the great game of golf. Now, I know that many of you are not fans of the game, but hear me out. This January, the PGA season will begin its new season. And for the last 26 years, the PGA has begun play at the Sentry, located in the tropical, sunny paradise of the Hawaiian island, Maui. Sounds nice, huh? Well, under normal circumstances, I would agree with you. However, just because the brochures look nice doesn't mean it's a great place to play, especially since the island of Maui is in the middle of a tremendous drought. Yesterday, the PGA announced that they have been forced to move the season opening event away from the plantation courts at Kapalua to some other venue. This is because the drought has made the course virtually unplayable. The greens are now browns, the water hazards have become sand pits, and the lush foliage that once peppered that breathtaking landscape looks more like a public course every single day. Now you might say, but Baxi, the Sentry isn't scheduled until January. This is the middle of September. Can't they get a sprinkler at Rocky's Ace Hardware? Of course they could. The water restrictions have made it impossible to care for the course. You might also say, but Baxi, isn't Maui an island surrounded by water? Well, you would be right there too. Unfortunately, you can't hose the place down with salt water from the ocean because that would kill everything that hasn't died already. So where are they moving it to? I'm not sure. All I can tell you is it's certainly not coming up here in the middle of January, because with only 4.5 months to go, I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing some of the best golfers in the world shooting chip shots into the clown's mouth or knocking down bogeys through a windmill or through the elephant's legs. Not to reduce the PGA opener down to a simple game of mini golf, but if that's the only place with a playable service, then the PGA may not have much of a choice. Otherwise, I would highly suggest the rigorous par 3 course at Fenway Golf, if for no other reason than for the soft serve and for the batting cages. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Hey, any new staple gun? Man, you are in luck. The Craftsman $15 tool sale going on at Rocky's. Get the Craftsman staple gun, the Craftsman hammer, a drill bit set, good tools, good deals, and good people at the new Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 6:12 and Bon Jovi with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be cloudy today with a chance of a spot shower or two throughout the day. High is 74. Tomorrow, sunny with a high is 78. It is 54 right now in downtown Springfield.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but there's a very good possibility that Marty Caproni may join us this morning to talk about some sort of comedy show that's coming to Westfield tomorrow night.
We haven't talked about that, and we haven't seen him in such a long time. It'll be nice to have somebody in the studio.
Yeah, it'll be a nice breath of fresh air, you could say.
Coming up on, what is it? Hold on a second.
What day?
It's in October. It's the middle of October, and I can't remember the actual day right now.
15th?
Is that the Mayflower Marathon Comedy Night?
Oh, no, I didn't know you were talking about like the middle of the... No, the Mayflower Marathon Comedy Night is the 16th.
All right, the
Thursday
16th.
night.
So the 16th, the Thursday night, that $20 dinner and a comedy show, not happening.
On that night.
On that particular night. It's because we're doing the Mayflower Marathon Comedy Night at the Armory at MGM Springfield, which is powered by Dave Miner Exterior Home Improvements and the good folks over at Aquapump. You know, they're always sponsoring us for doing this thing.
They can't say no.
Because I don't think you and I have talked about it enough, about the food insecurity situation here in Hampden County alone is 1 and 2. It's like 1 and 3.
Actually, more than that. It's 54%.
1.1 in whatever.
Yeah, I don't do the math.
I just know the number's bad. Yeah,
and not necessarily getting any better.
Right.
Which is something to point out.
So it's really, really important to because all of this money that we raise goes directly to the open pantry. It's not like we're lighting cigars with $100 bills after this comedy show is done with.
No, we might do that after our Oktoberfest on Saturday, but
Yeah.
we won't do that during the Mayflower Marathon Comedy Night.
And we have to do these things a little bit earlier and earlier every year because the need is so great for the folks that are recipients of the food that comes out of the open pantry. And again, you got to get it out of your head that this isn't the guy at the bottom of the off-ramp, trying to bum cigarettes or weed or, the stereotypical thing that a lot of people have in their heads. There's some of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the services they do offer, like,
get the free meals and stuff like that. Sure.
There's Friends of the Homeless down there. There's all kinds of stuff that are other programs. That's not what we do.
The whole purpose of the open pantry, I mean, like you said, there are many different services that they offer. But the Mayflower Marathon, to stock those shelves, that is going to people who are food insecure. That does not mean homeless. That does not mean unemployed. That could mean somebody who may be finding themselves in a difficult financial situation, like your neighbor or a family member or a friend who may not tell you the situation they're in. But if it's a matter of, I can't afford to feed my family because I got medications to pay for, or I've got other financial considerations like bills to pay or whatever, that is part of it. I lost my house in a fire, whatever it may be. There are people that are using the open pantry as an emergency food kitchen. Yeah. It's not like they're going there for every meal. They're doing it to get by until they get themselves back on track.
Yeah, and it's not like you're walking in there and like shopping like you're shopping at a Aldi's or something.
Yeah.
Like, there's boxes of food that they prepare that includes like the nutrients and all that stuff that, a family might need for things. But again, there's so many people that need it that cash is probably the best thing you can give them, but they'll take the non-perishable food.
You also got to consider this, and I've said this story only a couple of times, but I think it's a really important one, and it's a good lesson for all of us. When we started doing the Mayflower Marathon back in the mid to early 90s, there was a couple of volunteers that they had some real trials in their life,
right? And
these two people had said that it had not been for the open pantry helping them out at one of the worst times in their lives, they don't know where they would be, because it provided them with some hope, and it provided them with the sense that there are people in the world who are kind and compassionate and understand the situation they're in. That was a real eye-opening conversation for me. And I got to spend time with those people over the next few years, and they've since moved away or no longer with us. But nevertheless, those are the kinds of things that a lot of us don't even think about. Like not just I'm giving to a charity, but I'm actually giving people hope at a very, very difficult, trying time in their lives. That's real important to keep in mind when you're thinking about, do I donate? Do I not donate? You know what? If you've got food to spare, if you've got some that could be shared with the open pantry, do it, because I don't think you realize the importance that is to the people who receive it.
Right, exactly. I couldn't have said it any better.
Because you didn't. And I said it. Because it came right out of my mouth.
Wow. You know what? What is this, a competition now?
No, it's not a competition to see who can move more.
I can tell you a more sad story about a food insecure person than you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Steve!
Fine. Anyway, so on October 16th, we're having the Mayflower Marathon Comedy Night. It's at the Armory at MGM. There's going to be a silent auction there that a lot of people didn't realize was there last year.
And there were some good items, too.
Listen, I got Tom Segura tickets for $100. You can't beat that.
And when those tickets,
they were at least $100 a piece. So you at least you saved yourself some, and there's all kinds of things you can buy. We'll have some nice prizes and all that stuff. But you're seeing a national comedian, a very successful one,
who we happen to know,
right, for a very reasonable price.
Actually, it's ridiculously reasonable, and every dollar of it goes to the open pantry.
That's the big part.
Yeah,
that all the money goes there. So I know there's a lot of comedy and there's a lot of entertainment coming up in the next month or so,
and we will talk about a lot of those things as well.
We will, but I think this is of the importance of the, to not take away from all the other stuff that we're involved in. This is pretty important. So go to rock102.com, get yourself some tickets, and we're going to have a damn good. You're going to host.
I don't even know how I'm going to host this thing.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to be brief, I think, because I want to get all the comedy going.
Yeah.
I want to get you on stage. I want to get the other guy. I want to get Cotter on. I want to get everybody on.
All those people.
It's going to be a late night for all of us, but it's going to be a load of laughs. If you've never seen Tom Cotter live, fantastic.
And then
Total pro.
And then we can go into the casino afterwards and lose all our money.
All the money we raised.
Yeah, that's what we do. We take all that money and then we go to the
try to
craps
parlay.
table.
Yeah, that's it.
And listen, we put it on red 13 or black, whatever the color the number 13 is on the roulette board. And
let her ride.
Let
baby.
it ride,
Let
baby.
it ride.
Either food insecurity will be none in 2 or food insecurity will be 1 in 0.01.
Yes.
After we're done.
Including the two of us.
Yeah, right.
It's 621 at Rock 102.
The New England
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 627. And the Foo Fighters are Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam Neeson will have the full forecast for you, and he will tell you. He will.
Rock 102 and Aqua Pump giving you a chance to win a pair of tickets to see New England take on Carolina and Foxborough on September 28th. I'm not saying that's a guaranteed win, but it's a pretty good chance they're going to win that one. Sign up at rock102.com by the end of the day on September 21st. It's your chance to see New England and Carolina, brought to you by Aqua Pump and Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
All right, you ready to laugh?
I'm ready to laugh.
Let's laugh.
It's Bax and Nagle's Joke of the Day
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
on Rock 102,
I make you laugh.
Springfield's Classic Rock.
I don't understand. What's green and smells like pork?
I don't know, Steve. What's green and smells like pork?
Kermit's fingers? I don't get that.
I don't have any idea
I
what that
don't even
means.
know what that means.
I don't know, Steve. I think you're going to have to assume it was hilarious that somebody
Well-
picked up on it.
Listen, they can't all be winners.
Bax and Nagle in the morning on Rock 102.
Here's your Western Mass News.
631 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Yankee Home Improvement. This month, Yankee Home is giving you 50% off installation, 0 down, 0 interest, and get this, an extra $750 off for the first 25 callers. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Max. A Springfield man was arrested following an investigation into 2 stolen jet skis found inside of a storage unit. The Springfield police stated that on July 23rd, officers were called to a storage facility on the 200 block of Page Boulevard regarding suspicious activity. Police received information that a jet ski and trailer had been stolen out of South Hadley and had been brought to the storage facility property. South Hadley police were granted a warrant for storage unit and found the jet ski and the trailer that were reported stolen, as well as a second stolen trailer and jet ski that were reported stolen out of Connecticut.
Well, you don't want to have one jet ski without having another one,
Well,
right?
you need a collection.
You do.
The Springfield Police Auto Theft Unit began investigating alongside South Hadley Police, and the South Hadley Police are like, "You guys are cars. You're not jet skis. You're auto theft. Come back when you got aqua theft."
Yeah, right. When there's some sort of aquatic thing, we'll get the fish police after this.
Detectives were able to identify 21-year-old Eric Hernandez of Springfield as a suspect, and they were granted a warrant of his arrest. During the investigation, Hernandez was also observed on surveillance footage storing 2 stolen dirt bikes in the storage unit. Oh, yeah. He's got a whole he's running a motorsports company out of a storage unit. He was seen returning to the unit with another individual, then leaving on the bikes. Police said that one of the dirt bikes was involved in a Springfield crash on July 29th, and the rider will receive a criminal complaint. On August 27th at approximately 8:45 a.m., members of the Springfield Police FIU
Hey, watch your mouth.
and the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force located Hernandez on Pearl Street and arrested him. He's charged with arrest warrant, receiving a stolen motor vehicle, and yada, yada, yada. The Springfield Police Department is continuing to investigate the incident. The MSPCA Angel is urging pet owners to vaccinate their dogs against parvo following the hospitalization of golden retriever puppies found abandoned in Boston.
Really?
Yeah, the puppies, all less than 6 months old, were among 3 that were recovered by Boston Animal Control in Dorchester on August 23rd, while one puppy tested positive for parvo, but did not require hospitalization. The other two were treated at a vet in Waltham for 6 days. Parvo is a highly contagious and potentially deadly, so when the puppies tested positive, Boston Animal Control immediately reached out to us for help, explained Mike Kiley, vice president of the MSPCA. The MSPCA and Boston Animal Control are investigating the history of the puppies, which were found sick and alone. Golden Retriever puppies are a highly sought-after breed, so it's abnormal that a bunch were found sick and alone like this. That is the weird part about it. I mean, you hear of scumbags like abandoning dogs, mutts, things like that.
Yeah.
But you would think that, you could probably get $1,500 a piece for a Golden Retriever puppy.
Sure you could. But, years ago, I don't know if you remember this, I had a dog in my previous life, Hank. Mm-hmm. Hank had parvo. And, he was very, very ill. And, we had the choice. We could either have him quarantined at the now defunct Boston Road Animal Hospital, or I could give him medication for my damn self for a fraction of the cost. A parvo is treatable, but once it gets to a certain point, it becomes harder and harder to treat. The fact that these dogs have been abandoned when they could all be housed and treated, that's really a shame.
Yeah, it is.
It's really horrible.
What goes through people's minds? When
Not much sometimes.
Stuff like that.
Not much.
A Pittsfield woman,
I believe it's pronounced Pittsfield.
Oh, I said it right the first time, huh? I guess. I don't know. Anyway, a Pittsfield woman is in the hospital after a crash on Cheshire Road that began when a rock fell from a truck and struck her windshield. According to the police department, the crash took place approximately 1 p.m. on Monday in the area of 341 Cheshire Road. A 2013 Ford F550 was exiting a driveway and was heading south when a rock from its load became airborne, striking the windshield of a 2013 Toyota Corolla traveling northbound. The rock reportedly struck the driver of the Corolla, causing her to lose control of the car, which left the roadway and crashed into a ravine on the east side of Cheshire Road.
Wow.
Did you ever drive behind like a dump truck that isn't quite like,
doesn't have a secured load?
Yeah, secured load.
That means two things.
That is scary. Obviously, look at the consequences of what can happen.
I've seen trucks lose parts of their load on the road, and it's very, very scary.
The Pittsfield Fire Department used mechanical equipment to free the woman from the vehicle. She was taken to Berkshire Medical Center and transferred then later to Bay State Medical Center. The incident remains under investigation. Police are asking anyone who witnessed the crash or has information about it to contact the Pittsfield police. Pyrrhite. Do you have pyrrhite in your foundation?
Thankfully, I don't.
An ongoing geologic survey of the Connecticut River Valley is expected to shed light on pyrrhite. Pyrrhite.
The pyrrhite would be the cheaper version.
Pyrrhite. The mineral implicated in weakening building foundations in southern New England. It's found in bedrock under certain parts of Connecticut and Massachusetts, and it can cause long-term structural weakness in construction when used in cement, causing building foundations to crumble. 22 News has been covering the crumbling concrete issue that has been found in dozens of communities across western Mass and central Mass for years. Thousands of homeowners could be at risk for pyrrhite. The naturally occurring mineral causes concrete to slowly deteriorate as it's exposed to oxygen and water. Increasing knowledge of New England's geologic framework will help with national priorities like earthquake and landslide hazards, water availability, and sourcing critical minerals, as well as regional concerns, according to Jamie Jones, science coordinator for the USGS Earth Mapping Initiative.
You know what a mess this was? I mean, you think about it. Let's say you bought a house in, say, Longmeadow.
Yeah.
It's overpriced, worth a lot of dough. You're not getting much for the house. A small postage stamp size piece of property, and you find out that this foundation you have supporting the home is crumbling because the materials they used included this stuff. There's what is it called?
Pyrrhite.
Exactly. Well put. Yeah. And for the longest time, there was like nothing you could do about it, and your insurance company wouldn't take care of it. What a pain in the ass.
All right. You know what? We're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Does that sound? Yeah. Your Pioneer Valley forecast today going to be Spot shower or two throughout the day, high of 74. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 78. It's 54 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Caller tech
102 Springfield's Classic Rock at 6:45. And Led Zeppelin with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be cloudy today with a spot shower or two throughout the afternoon, high of 74. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 78. It is 54 right now in downtown Springfield.
Let's see. What do we got coming up here? Marty Caproni will be joining us in just a little while. We've got tickets to another comedy show with Greg Morton at the Academy of Music. All kinds of other stuff to get to today as well.
I have some audio here. This is a viral video. And nobody can figure out what this chef is saying. It's a viral video on Instagram of a cooking show, and the host is having a hard time figuring out what the chef is saying. You ready?
Okay.
There we go.
The medium rare on one side, we have 4 medium rare. 4 medium rare.
Wait, what do you say? Medium rare or medium well?
Medium rare.
Medium round.
The medium rare on one side, we have 4 medium rare. 4 medium rare.
Wait, what do you say? Medium rare or medium well?
Medium rare.
Hmm.
The medium rare on one side, we have 4 medium rare. 4
Medium
medium
rare.
rare.
Wait, what do you say? Medium rare
Wait.
or medium well?
Medium rare.
I think that's medium rare. Yeah, I'm not, I hate to make fun of someone's accent if they're from out of town, but
No, but it's kind of funny when you hear it over and over again.
Yeah.
You know,
The
like-
medium rare on one side, we have 4 medium rare. 4 medium rare.
Wait, what
almost-
do you say? Medium rare or medium well?
Medium rare.
it's
I'm having
almost
a hard
like
time understanding the British guy.
it's the guy. Oh, the British people. Oh man, you can't understand.
barely
a word.
speak English over there.
I know. What language are they speaking in Britain?
I'm going to guess he's saying medium rare because most chefs, when they're making meat,
Medium rare.
prefer to cook it medium rare, unless it's chicken, which you don't want medium rare. You just want done well.
You want medium rare? I want medium rare. It's actually kind of funny the way the guy's saying it.
Yeah, I know. There's always going to be like a language barrier from time to time where you just don't understand, but you don't also want to make an assumption because there's a big difference between medium rare and medium well. And if you like steak, it's the difference between having a steak that's delicious and having a steak that's ruined.
That's true.
So there's not a lot of middle ground there other than just say like medium, which would be, maybe the compromise here.
I for a little while, I bartended in a very fancy Italian restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady would come in every Friday and order a filet mignon well done. And I would just sit there and go, why would you even bother? You're paying like 25. I mean, you're going back years ago, but at the time it was like 25 or $30 for a filet mignon.
Right.
And it's like, why would you waste a good piece of meat like that? You might as well just order pot roast or go to somewhere else and order pot roast. What are you coming here?
Why don't you just order the chicken fingers and move on?
Yeah, it's like you're not even gonna get like a medium.
See, to me, medium, there's always going to be some people when they see like red inside a steak, they're going to say, "I can't eat that."
I get that. I understand.
It's all bloody. It's not. It's myoglobin. That's not blood. It's okay. It's juicy, delicious that way.
Juicy.
But some people just can't get past that, so they will destroy a perfectly good, expensive piece of beef by insisting that it's like well done.
I never understood people like that that could order a piece of meat and just ruin it. At least have some pink in there.
My wife likes like steak done a little bit more than I do.
Yeah,
I'm good like somewhere between medium and medium rare. I don't like it too rare, but on the other hand, I don't like it like a gray piece of shoe leather by the time it's done. She likes it done a little bit more.
that's fine.
And when I'm making steak at home, she's like, "Could you leave mine on for a little bit longer, sir? No problem.
Right,
I'll do that."
But she's not asking you to dry it out completely.
She's not asking me to destroy it at all. No.
It just seems like a waste of a perfectly good piece of beef to do that to.
Man, I don't know why you do.
You got to push on your wrist and check the doneness.
Or do the simple thing and get like an instant read thermometer and get the right temperature every single time.
Oh, you and your logic.
Yeah, me and my $12 purchase. I guess when you've got real deep pockets, you can afford great tools like that.
Yeah. I got some other audio. This is kind of like our version of Now Hear This when we screwed up the news. In the 90s, an insurance company produced a safety film called It Only Takes a Second. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I do.
It plays like an intro to a TV show, but it shows various home and work accidents. They don't pull any punches either. This might be the most brutal, with a guy getting crushed by work machinery.
Oh, jeez.
And the guy who hand goes in the saw, and we'll see who gets the Best Actor award. You ready?
Yes.
It was really bad acting. And it would end in like a disaster.
I love the great 70s porno jazz music in the background.
Well, it only takes a second. All right.
I'd like to see the workplace accidents in that environment.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm sure. You know what? It was probably this guy.
The medium rare on one side, we have 4 medium rare. 4 medium rare.
Wait, we say medium rare.
And then the guy yelling in the background, no, 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 no. Can't do that to a steak. What's wrong with you?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm trying to see. I'm just trying to fill some time here until we get to the time that we need to do to get back into the commercial.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, you know what? Let me diverge from the normal everyday rigmarole of what we do.
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who are on the Facebooks yesterday, you may have noticed that there is an ad that was placed by the Chicopee Police Association. Mm-hmm. A stand-up comedy show has been scheduled on Saturday, October 4th. As you know, John O'Brien and I worked together for many, many years. 27. A guy who used to work here many years ago.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him?
No.
Well, let me explain. He and I started to work together in 1995, and as time goes on, things happen, and he was no longer working here. I'm not going to get into the details of that. It's really nobody's business, but those who are directly involved. But as many of you know, John has been dealing with melanoma for almost 14, 15 years. He's not doing great right now, and without violating any kind of privacy situations.
I can violate it.
Well, I'm not going to. If you want to do that, that's totally on you. All I'm saying is John's not doing great, but there's been a celebration scheduled for him on Saturday, October 4th. You can purchase tickets through Venmo at CPD/association. If you don't have Venmo, I'm not sure exactly how else you purchase the tickets, but it's going to be a really big event. I know you're going to be hosting it. There's going to be other people involved. And you know what? John has meant a lot to not only the city of Springfield and to local media, to me and to you personally. And, it'd be a great way to show our appreciation to him. He will be there. And it should be a great night. We hope to see you there.
Listen, when the folks that are putting this together, when they asked me, do you want to be a part of this? And I said, will I get paid? And then the answer was yes. And I go, then I will definitely be there.
See, that's the kind of selfless,
that's the kind of support,
emotionally present person you are.
Well, we are a family here.
Yeah, we are. Right.
The Saga family.
And this is your weekly allowance.
Well, I mean, I kind of always saw you guys as the two stepdads,
My two stepdads?
Yeah, my two stepdads.
Can I be the Paul Reiser version?
No, you have to be that other guy. What was his name? The one that looked like Kenny Loggins but really wasn't Kenny Loggins? What was his name on that show?
Who was that other guy?
Nobody knows who the other guy was on My Two Dads.
Wasn't Greg Evigan, was it?
It's beyond me.
I
don't know.
I'm going to look it up.
Now you got to look it up.
Dads. And that involved Greg Evigan. Yes.
Wow,
yes,
look at you.
I hit it. I nailed it.
Look at you.
Yes.
But seriously, in all honesty, he's not doing well. And, he can, reveal, whatever he wants to reveal about a prognosis. I do know that he has been given a prognosis of 6 to 12 months in a row.
You rarely give them the opportunity to
you don't really see
months.
too many people who you give a prognosis to. But he's got a sense of humor about it. And that's the way we've always kind of dealt with something like this. And now we're getting to a point where, like, all right, we're going to have a little party for him.
Yeah.
To kind of, I don't know, like a great send-off or something like that.
So it's happening at the Chicopee Elks on Granby Road in Chicopee. It's Saturday, October 4th. Starts at 7 o'clock, and it's all to raise money for the Chicopee Police Association and to welcome, to thank John for all he's done for the community. So, all right.
Somebody suggested on the post, hey, you should have him on the show, and I'm like, whoa. You give that son of a bitch an inch, he'll take a mile.
Well,
or 10.
Steve, it's that would not be up to us. So let's just put it that way.
But that's what I'm saying. But I mean, even to offer the man the opportunity. You know how long it took me to get this job? You know how many careers I had to destroy to get this job?
Yeah, Dave Coombs aside,
right.
I mean, it was
that's
quite,
what I mean. It was
like climbing Mount Everest.
Yeah, when he left, I'm like, oh, great. Now I can move right in. And all of a sudden, what's your favorite host that took over a show for a guy that everybody liked?
Yes, so there you have it.
Yeah.
That's the information. And again, I don't know if there's an alternative way of buying the tickets other than Venmo. If we find out that information, we'll pass it along to you.
That's the thing, and you got to make sure you have the right Venmo code because there's somebody else pretending to be like a Chicopee Police Association. So go to my Facebook page. There's a poster on there. You can get the link, and the link is directly in the comments as well.
It's 6:57 with Bax and Nagle on Rock.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, your grilling destination. Weber, Big Green Egg, Uni Pizza Ovens, and Traeger Woodfire Grills.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Hey, remember Tom Brady? He was once a very effective NFL quarterback who won a Super Bowl for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. These days, Tom Brady is a professional broadcaster, a good-looking model for Ugg boots, a potential candidate for the Olympic flag football team. He's also part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. In other words, Tom Brady's involved in a lot of stuff. He's like the Ryan Seacrest of football. The man is everywhere. And if there's one thing I know about Tom Brady, it is this. No matter what he's up to, he would never, ever violate NFL rules. This week, Tom Brady caused a minor disturbance when he was seen wearing a headset in the Raiders' head coaching booth during the 20-9-point loss to the LA Chargers on Monday Night Football. Tom, as a broadcaster, a minority stake owner of the Raiders, is strictly prohibited from team facilities during practices and production meetings. This possession is meant to prevent Tom Brady from being accused of any potential conflicts of interest in serving both roles. Yesterday, however, the NFL ruled that Tom Brady was not in violation of these rules, since there is no provision preventing an owner from sitting in the booth or wearing a headset. According to NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy, Tom was just simply, quote, sitting in the booth in his capacity as a limited partner. I mean, it's not like he's up there deflating footballs or setting up video equipment. He's just sitting there, minding his business, watching the game, doing some simple online banking from the $686,000 paycheck he makes every week from Fox. I mean, it's almost as if there are some people out there who have this impression that Tom Brady is some sort of rule-breaking cheater, a guy with a shameless appetite for violating the stipulations and protocols of basic NFL policies. And frankly, I don't know where these people are getting these crazy ideas. Tom Brady is simply up in the booth and staying out of everybody's way. And I, for one, don't see any problem with it whatsoever. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. The DeWalt $15 hand tool sale going on at Rocky's. Circular saw blades, hand saws, drill bits, $15. Good tools, good deals right now at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 7-11 and AC/DC with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Cloudy today with a spot shower or two, high is 74. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 78. It is 53 right now in downtown Springfield.
Steve, I don't know if you were even aware of these things, but apparently there's a comedy show coming to the Shortstop tomorrow night in Westfield.
How many comedy shows are we going to be hawking here?
I don't know. There's the Mayflower Marathon one. There's the John O'Brien celebration. And now to celebrate whatever the hell's going on at Marty Caproni.
We're celebrating fighting meatballs and shells.
And here's the biggest meatball of them all.
There you go. What's going on, man?
Listen, guys, how are you? There's so many comedy shows going on now. So, I mean, you got the John O'Brien one. You got the Rock 102 one. You got your theater show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with Greg Martin at the Academy.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Philip has his show at Wyckoff this weekend, Saturday. So there's so many going on that this week is like, what can we do that's different than a normal comedy show?
Yeah.
So we came up with the idea of show and tell. Remember when you were in grade school? And
Yeah.
you did show and tell? So we came up with the idea of show and tell.
Are there certain things that will not be allowed in the shortstop for show and tell?
Great that you brought that up, because I had that thought on the way in, because I remembered my fourth grade show and tell. I had my buddy Alan Paremba. His dad was a detective in the Chicopee Police Department, and this is how different our generation is from now. For his show and tell, he came in and brought his police-issued revolver.
Oh, my God.
I swear to God, and we passed it around.
You passed it around?
Really?
Yeah, we passed it in fourth grade.
Oh, yeah. What could possibly go wrong
Yeah,
with
but
fourth
back
graders
then
are
it's
handling guns?
It's like 1982, you know what I mean? 83, whatever it was. You know, nothing's going to, you know. It was a different time.
Yeah.
So, so if you're going to do the show and tell, don't bring anything illegal. Don't bring any firearms. Trying to think what else. Is there anything else that we should have on there?
Yeah, nothing dangerous.
Nothing dangerous.
Nunchucks. Can I bring nunchucks?
Yeah, you could.
You could, I guess,
Yeah,
but
could.
don't. Bring something interesting. Bring
Yeah.
something with personality to it.
But this is like one of those things that if people are listening and they're like, I don't normally go to a comedy show, you know, but they have something in their house that's so cool that they want to like show it off, you know.
I got that. We're gonna bring our own stuff too, right?
Yeah, well, I have a dinosaur print, but it's way too big to bring.
Were you the guy digging it out of the Connecticut River a couple of years ago?
No.
Are you sure? Remember there was a guy up at the dinosaur footprints up in Holyoke, and he was caught digging them up.
No,
trying to dig it up.
My dad, who's still with us, but more in spirit than mental faculties. My dad was an excellent crane operator back in the day. I don't know if I told you guys the story, but he did all these things: Basketball Hall of Fame, all the bridges. He knocked down the Steigers building in Springfield. But
By himself, using like just his bare hands?
Believe it or not, yes. He was the main crane with the wrecking ball. So back then, do you remember Tom Shea in the
Sure,
He used to be a columnist. He used to do these great columns, and back then he did a column because my dad on his lunch break, everyone would watch him swinging the ball, knocking the Steigers building over. Tom Shea gets talking to him. My dad becomes front page story. It was called King of the Crane. He was a big shot in the house there for a good 6 months, walking around like I'm the king of the crane.
And here you are, almost 40 years later, still talking about it.
Yeah.
Like it happened yesterday.
Well, that's what I say, you know. But it's funny because my pops had all these interesting stories from the job site, you know, and one of them when they were building 91. He was the crane removing like the rock when they would blow up the rock, you know, and you see the rock on each side.
Right.
And when he was scooping, he saw something and he was like, what the heck? It was a bunch of dinosaur tracks. So my dad got a dinosaur track. A couple of the guys on the site, the superintendent, whatever.
You get a dinosaur track, and you get a dinosaur track.
Wow.
And everybody gets a dinosaur track.
So
he's like the Oprah Winfrey of crane operation.
He's a Oprah Winfrey of paleontology.
And you are the Gale King of the whole thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So I have this huge dinosaur track, but I can't bring that in. So I've got to come up with something else that has an interesting story. Then that's what we thought we'd do, is be fun, have people bring in their stuff. We'll probably set up a table or something that people can put their stuff on if they want. And then if they want, we'll ask them questions about it, either on stage or in the audience.
Good.
Then we're going to give out prizes.
Maybe I'll bring top 3 prizes.
For
the
gift cards.
The best.
What are you bringing?
Well, I was thinking I have a lot of unique items that I collect from various places. Last year, my kids for my birthday they went to Savers and they got me a taxidermy piece. It's a stool. It's a footstool made out of deer legs and deer skin.
Oh God, that's gross.
And we're like, oh great. And then so they give me the gift, and I'm like, oh wow, this is so nice. My kids think of me like this. No, it's actually a very cool looking thing.
Okay.
And then we left it on the counter. And we went out to go dinner, and then we came back, and one of the legs was missing.
Wally.
Because he ate
Wow.
Because it's a bone. It's a real bone. It's a real deer bone. So now it's a two-legged stool that doesn't stand up, but it looks beautiful. It's a beaut, Clark.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
Somewhere out there's a deer hopping on two legs, really upset with you.
Exactly.
When I was in third grade, we had, when you were a kid, you had show and tell all the time. There was a girl in my third grade class. Her show and tell item was her mom's brand spanking new AMC Pacer.
Oh yeah, that was the car back then.
It was right off the lot back then, and all the kids are oohing and ahhing and looking inside because it looked like a fishbowl with wheels. But as the years went on, all I can think of is how do you explain this? Like, kids, one day this car will be showing up abandoned in landfills all across America.
That was in the time when they had 3 keys. Remember, you used to have a key for your ignition, a key for your door, and a key for your trunk.
Yeah, and one for the glove box too. Sometimes that wasn't.
That's true.
Sometimes you need to get in there in an emergency.
Somebody said, "How about sex toys?" Well, I mean, sterile at least. Sterile. You're not going to pass it around.
And you know what? Take the batteries out before the show begins in case that thing goes off.
Somebody said we're going to get dildos thrown at us like it's a WNBA game.
There's already enough dildos on stage tomorrow night.
Right.
That's fine. That's great.
But for only $20.
You're right. Exactly.
That is entertainment if you're going to have entertainment, right?
Listen, in this economy, where else are you going to go for $20? You get to see some great comedians work out some new material, and we'll have a little presentation.
And goof on your show and tell things, and you get dinner.
Who else is on the bill tomorrow night?
Right now it's myself, Nagle. I think Plum's coming by, and we might have a special guest. So we'll see.
Big G Smith is going to show up.
Coming by.
Yeah.
I don't know if Philip's going to come by. He might come by sometimes if he has a show. He'll pop in and work stuff too. So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna make it fun, and it's better than spending your time eating a fried whatever they have over there in West Springfield. There,
fried everything.
Yeah, deep fried.
Ooh, fried hubcaps this week. I can't wait to go to that one now.
Fried
delicious.
Fried catalytic converters.
Are they off the pickle train now finally over there?
No, actually, there are some remnants that somehow was able to survive from one year to the next.
My kid is dying to go down there to try this pickle ice cream.
Oh, God. Don't do that. That's like child abuse.
That's what well, you know what? They're old enough now they can make their own decisions when it comes to horrible decisions.
Yeah.
You know what? You want to make that horrible decision? You go right ahead and eat that.
I still get I just got it again. I get the chills. See how my hair stood up my arms? I get the chills and I think of that pickle lemonade, how disgusting that was.
It was awful.
Yeah. You know the girl that was our camera girl for that?
Yeah.
She sent me a picture the other day of at the Big E and said this beats pickle lemonade or whatever, and it was like a beer with the rim and the cinnamon on it or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But when your picture comes in, it's like a thumbnail, so you can't see it. And I was like, if that is pickle lemonade, I'm gonna throw up right here looking at it. And then I had to zoom in, and I was like, oh, thank God, it's not.
The idea of that is even disgusting.
The accumulated look on all three of our faces after just even like a half a sip.
And I love pickles. I still maintain to this day.
But there are certain things that do not go together.
Yeah.
Right. I go to McKinstry Farms over there in Chicopee, and they grow their own pickles and they pickle it. The best pickle chips you'll ever have, and they give you a bunch of pickle juice with it, which is great.
Yeah.
I would not make lemonade with it. It's disgusting.
Here's a interesting one for you because I was engaging with this woman on TikTok who
You're engaged?
Oh, congratulations.
I had no idea where you're registered.
I'm not engaged. I'm definitely not engaged.
Swinging single.
Swinging single.
He's disengaged.
But no, I was commenting on this woman's video because she said that she saw somebody putting ketchup on sushi.
That's awful.
Yeah, now you're.
Well, when you put ketchup on fish sticks, Mr. Ketchup, come on. You ain't gonna change your mind now?
I'm not. Listen, again, this whole debate stems from the fact that this is America. You should be able to put whatever you want on whatever you want. I will say, however, the sushi chefs learn for like 30 years how to be a great sushi. It's passed on from their grandfather.
Yeah, you don't learn it in a correspondence course.
Yeah, like next to like World War II, I can't imagine any Japanese guy not being traumatized by watching him do perfect sushi and then someone slather ketchup all over.
It is pretty disgusting to even think about putting ketchup on froth fish. I don't know.
It's their right as an American.
Yeah.
Now, do I think you're going to walk over to Kiyomi in Chicopee and have yourself some delicious sushi and then look at Kenny and say, hey, buddy.
Where's the Heinz?
Where's the Heinz?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I can go back to that commercial. Remember the guy used to pour the ketchup bottle at the top of the building and then run all the way down and catch the ketchup on his hot dog?
Yeah. That was before I learned that you're supposed to hit the 57 on the glass bottle to make it come out. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Used to be glass bottles everywhere.
You take your two fingers and you slam the...
whatever you're talking about,
You know what I always do? I just stick my finger up in the bottle and let her prime the pump
like a doctor.
Yeah, that's it.
I know we're running out of time here, but the one of the you talk about food sins.
Yeah,
there was a guy I know that actually it was Felix. Remember Felix, the guy who's in all the movies that we know? He was the court officer over in Westfield, and now he's in all these like Mel Gibson.
Really?
Movies. Oh yeah. He's like an extra in like a lot of these movies. Great guy, right? He's now retired. He lives down south.
Okay.
But he used to go to this restaurant with a group of people on, I don't know, what it was, like a dinner night kind of thing.
Yeah.
At this place called Bon Appetito in Westfield. It no longer exists. It's now a Russian church is there in its place.
Oh, I know the church you're talking
about.
So
that big giant like mecca of a church. That the restaurant used to be there.
Okay.
And he went in there and he ordered like, I don't know, like mussels or whatever it was. It was some kind of seafood.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked for Parmesan cheese. Now, okay, but that's what he wanted.
Right.
And the owner like flipped a nutty on this guy going, you don't put the Parmesan cheese on this seafood. like you just did that Polaner off food thing. Could you please pass the jelly?
The music stopped and everyone in the place looked at him.
Yeah. So,
New York City.
Yeah. New York, get a rope.
It's 7:25 at Rock 102.
It's back.
It's 7:28 with Bax and Nagle at Rock 102.
Liam's got the full forecast for you.
This week on Baxi's Musical Podcast, my guest is New York Times bestselling rock biographer Bill Janovitz. His latest book is coming out on September 25th, The Cars, Let the Stories Be Told. It is a great, great book. He's also the leader of the band Buffalo Tom, who started in Amherst back in the 80s. They're still together. In fact, they'll be at the Please Come to Boston Festival in November. You can hear that interview on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, the Rock 102 app. It's all brought to you by Metro, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Chicopee and Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
And $20 dinner and a comedy show tomorrow night at the Shortstop Bar and Grill.
And show and tell.
Yes, bring an item to show and tell.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, but make it fun.
Yeah. Kind of like let's make a deal.
Yeah.
You show up in costume, everyone thinks you're crazy, and then next thing you know, you're
on the big
checking
stage.
what's behind box number 3.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's got something in their house. I mean, you got your two-legged deer still.
I got more than that. I got this Lamb of God, sacrificial Lamb of God picture that I picked up for $4 at Savers.
Like the band?
No, it's this huge painting that somebody painted, and it's this lamb sitting on an altar that's bleeding down the front of the altar. It's a conversation piece.
Yeah, I would say.
Wow.
How about you, Bax? You got anything interesting in your house?
I was just thinking, I got some things that I've never really let go of, and I don't know why I've kept. One of them is a motivational cassette series from former televangelist Jim Baker.
That's Tammy Face?
Yes. Well, this is before everything kind of went into the crapper for him, but it's like a 6-cassette program at you can learn to live your life the Jim Baker way.
See, that's like one of those things that would be great to bring.
I can't part with it. I don't know why. I mean, it's not.
Well, you don't have to part with it. We're not telling people they have to part with it, but I guess you could sell it to an audience member if you wanted, but it's just
What would something like that be worth today? On today's market, what would that be worth?
You'd have to find a cassette player first.
There's that.
It's like a VCR
cassette player. I got one.
Yeah, but these are also like 35-year-old cassettes. Maybe even 40-year-old cassettes. So I'm not even sure they're even playable.
I have a cassette tape of counting sheep, and it's a guy just one sheep. And I don't know what number he ends on because I always fell asleep. And it was this very like calming voice, and that's all it is this cassette tape. One sheep, two sheep.
And you can't let something like that go. You could never put that in a tag sale because God forbid you got a sleepless night ahead of you.
That is huge business now. Those ASMR videos on YouTube to help people relax and fall asleep. I know this personally. I've used them. People make tens of thousands of dollars a month with these ASMR videos.
Yeah, it's crazy. The sounds, the feels, the
that guy was a visionary, though. He was so ahead of his time.
The guy back in the 80s with the sheep counting? Well, they did re-release it and rebrand it as the Best of the Bax, Steve and Dave show on Rock 102 back in 2022.
Just when you're falling asleep, it goes, tell me how you're falling asleep.
What's your favorite sheep that we got to?
A lot of people punching the crap out of that snooze button, that's for sure.
Got that right.
It's 7:31 news next on Rock 102. 7:35 at Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Big Y, your family market. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Well, thank you, Bax.
You're welcome, Steve.
And I didn't have my the jet ski dirt bike guy. Let's talk about him again. On Wednesday, August 27th at approximately 8:45 a.m., members of the Springfield Police FIU.
Hey, what's your language?
FIU 2. And the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force arrested 21-year-old Eric Hernandez on the 100 block of Pearl Street in connection with dirt bike and jet ski thefts. On July 23rd, officers responded to a storage facility on the 200 block of Page Boulevard for suspicious activity. Officers received information about a jet ski and a trailer that had been stolen out of South Hadley that morning and that were now on the storage facility's property. South Hadley police began investigating and were granted a warrant for the storage unit. The stolen jet ski and trailer were inside the unit. In addition, a second stolen trailer and jet ski were also found. They were reported stolen out of Connecticut. Members of the Springfield Police Auto Theft Unit began investigating with South Hadley detectives along with the Connecticut State Police and Westfield detectives. Eric Hernandez was identified as a suspect. Detectives applied for and were granted a warrant for his arrest. It's like the jet ski king over here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, you know what? Everyone always gives cops a hard time, but that to me is like that's a big win for the cops. You know what I mean? Those things are expensive. Jet skis.
I would love to know how you steal a jet ski and then drive it to your private place. Yeah, unless you've got some sort of waterway nearby.
Right. I thought you were originally going to say this guy was on a jet ski chase, somewhere near Bondi's Island.
Yeah, very Miami Vice-like.
Yeah, exactly.
The Bondi's Island jet ski race.
Yeah, it's like a Miami Vice episode, but instead of passing palm trees and beautiful cars on Miami Beach, it's just
wastewater
effluent brown water pouring out of Bondi's Island.
I believe those are called the ski doo-doos.
Oh, they're really kicking up today, aren't they?
Oh, look at it. Look at Connecticut River brown trout. I told you that when I went deep sea fishing with my dad years ago, and we were trying to go out. I was probably 8 or 9 years old, and we were going out in New Jersey, and the water was too rough to go out into the ocean. So they came back and they hung in the New York, like a Manhattan Bay area. And then there was a condom floating in the water.
Oh.
And then the first mate just grabs it with a net.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And I said, what is that? And the guy goes, it's a Staten Island whitefish.
Oh, God.
And I had no idea what that meant until I was probably like 17 years old.
So one of those delayed jokes that hits you 10 years later.
My mother used to say, one day you'll be on a bus and it'll hit you. Because it happened to her when she was a little girl. She went with her dad to, I don't know, it was like a tag sale going on or something, and there was these I think it was these two pigs, like
girls from
involved
where?
in it was like a drawing of pigs involved in a manner that would be
Yeah.
they were on top of each other.
Okay,
if you
I
will.
gotcha.
And she didn't understand what that meant. And then when she was 14 years old, she got on the bus to go to school, and she just started thinking about that randomly and goes, "Oh, that's what that is."
Yeah.
So one day you'll be on a bus if you don't get something, and it'll come to you. That's a good way to kind of look at it. That
For me, I've made it a life goal to not be on a bus ever again. I had a real rough ride back from Maryland once. I was like, I'll just take a bus home. I thought it would be like a fun little adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I had this woman, she was maybe Russian or Eastern Bloc. I don't think she had showered in like a week. And then she fell asleep next to me and kept putting her head on my shoulder. And I kept thinking to myself, this is how people get lice. It was just disgusting.
Was she an attractive woman, or just the smell?
I was
really,
gonna say I
just
didn't
too
even
much?
look at her face because the smell, but her hair was greasy.
Yeah.
It was 6 hours, I think, from there to Hartford or something, and the whole ride I was like disgusted.
Plus, the people on the bus go up and down, so if you're stinky, that it's gonna waft around a little bit.
You nailed it.
I know how it goes. I've been on a bus.
I've been on a bus, a short one, but bus.
It's still a bus.
all buses. I don't even know how I was
Yeah,
gonna
sorry,
say it.
we're like going way down. Yeah, we ADD.
Springfield police arrested a suspect in connection with a stabbing and found almost 400 grams of cocaine in her car. I might think that these two things are, connected. Officers responded to the 200 block of Orange Street around 11 p.m. on Monday night. They found an adult woman with non-life-threatening stab wounds and a knife. Less than an hour later, they identified a suspect, 46-year-old Angel Morris, in her car on the 100 block of Revere Street. Inside the vehicle, detectives found a full bag of cocaine and placed Morris under arrest. No other details about that story.
I mean, I could go either way. I guess she could have talked about starting a business in a bathroom with her friends for 3 hours, or she could stab somebody. So, good for her.
Well, I mean, stabbing Saturday was Saturday. This was Monday.
Yeah. Oh, so it's an it's an off-brand stabbing.
It's
right
kind
there.
of a weird.
I wouldn't necessarily bring that business plan to like Shark Tank. I think that's going to go very far with those guys.
Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the Cubes is going to put up money for that.
I couldn't stand that show.
You couldn't stand Shark Tank?
Shark Tank.
I loved it.
It was like fun in the beginning, and then when I always find the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And like all of those things are set up. It's not just some random person going, "Oh, I'm going to go see if my stuff can sell." These people already have money. They've already had money to start their business, and this show is just entertainment. How many of those deals are actually made?
You know what? Less than half. About 20% of them actually they do it for TV, but then when they go and they crack the books and everything, the guys can bail out, and that's what happens. Like 20% of them actually make it all the way through. But I always thought it would be fun to put like a real business on Shark Tank, just like a regular old business. Like my buddy I grew up with, my buddy Ron Lanzarato, he opened Lanzarato Pizza in Chicopee. It's amazing, okay? I imagine him in front of a bunch of people, flour all over his shirt, and they're just like, "Hey, what is your business idea?" He's like, "I'm going to make pizza. I'm going to make really good pizza, maybe some wings, maybe even throw in a tossed salad," and just watch him be like, "That's not revolutionary." No, it's not, but I'm going to make a whole bunch of money,
Let's say, listen, if you're going to start business, don't you want to make money?
Yeah.
You want to have money to make money.
It's better than this jerk who has an organizer that'll clip to your fridge with a magnet. You know what I mean?
He's useless.
Yeah. Or a shoelace tire or whatever dumb thing that someone got high and made.
A 24-year-old woman in Tampa got arrested after she drove the wrong way on the interstate, sideswiped a cop car, and then claimed her husband was driving. But it was pretty clear he wasn't, because it happened just after 2:30 a.m. on Saturday morning. They released the chest cam footage. Or chest cam? I thought it was
Body cam, yeah, usually.
Well, maybe they call it different down in
Lady
Florida.
cop. All right.
Yeah, it's the lady. It's the lady cab. Anyway, this lady was out of it. She was doing 60 on the shoulder going in the wrong direction and wouldn't pull over. She sideswiped a cop car when she got in the way. Then a cop got behind her and did a pit maneuver, and then they boxed her in. Once she was out of the car, they asked her if she realized she was going the wrong way, and she said, "This interstate?" She also tried to claim her husband was the one driving, and almost seemed like she believed it, but they knew that wasn't true because he was not in the car with her.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
She eventually admitted that she had been drinking and said that she had 3 full drinks. Were they made by me?
Yeah, I was going to say.
32 ounces apiece.
Right.
Steve Nagle vodkas.
Breathalyzed her, and she was more than twice the legal limit. She's facing multiple charges for driving under the influence, aggravated fleeing to elude, and fleeing at a high speed. So,
Wow.
well, I mean, if you don't know your husband's in the car with you,
Yeah, you're pretty drunk.
you
Yeah,
might
that's-
be under the influence.
She probably came home and yelled at the husband, too. Like, you don't have my back?
I can't believe you just let me get arrested like that.
Yeah, she comes home all indignant. Where were you when I needed you?
I was working third shift. I was in the factory. I had no idea.
You no good son. Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be cloudy with a spot shower or two this afternoon. High is 74. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 79. It is 57 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Make your home work better for you.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 7:52 in Boston with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be cloudy today with a high of 74. Could see a spot shower or two. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 78. It is 57 right now in downtown Springfield.
Listen, we can talk about comedy shows all we want at the shortstop, but there's another big show coming up on October 16th. It's the Mayflower Marathon Comedy Night at the Armory at MGM Springfield. It's brought to you by Dave Miner Exterior Home Improvements and Aqua Pump. Tom Cotter is your headliner along with Steve and Corey G. It has to be a great night of comedy, and everything that we raise that night goes directly to the open pantry in time for the Mayflower Marathon. Tickets are on sale at rock102.com. Like I said, all the proceeds are going to the Mayflower Marathon. Brought to you by Dave Miner Exterior Home Improvements, Aqua Pump, and Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
Traffic alert, road hug. I-91 south at the 291 split. There is a landscape company trailer and a white SUV. Looks to have a little mishap in one of the lanes.
They didn't see the cones?
I have a picture of that. Well, that's what I was going to say.
Ooh.
Did they not have the one cone out to
Doesn't sound like it.
avoid the thing? So hopefully everybody's okay, and you're going to experience some delays on 291.
Yeah, but what do they do if they're coming down 91? They can just take Route 5, right?
Oh, you got an answer for everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, so Mr. Smart Guy here's
Main
got
Street.
like a walking funkin'
Well,
Wagners.
I'm what did you say?
You heard me. Funk and Wagners.
All right, that's what I thought you said. And by the way, we're not Waze. I'm not you know what? I'm just telling you that there's a traffic issue. I'm not telling you, well, you got to go all the way around and down to Route 5, and then make sure you go up Porter Road and go up by the Irish Cultural Center, and then take a left off there and go down by the old butcher shop, and then come back down through the other way.
Well, could you just take Main Street?
Well, I guess you could do that too. Yeah, I'm not directions guy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not MapQuest.
Well, MapQuest, there's a reference. Holy cow. Remember that when you used to have to print
That was
out?
my first experience with driving directions, where you'd print up 18 pages of directions.
I had a TomTom. Do you remember the TomTom?
Yeah. I had a Garmin.
You had a Garmin. See, Garmin better than TomTom sucked.
I never had a TomTom.
TomTom was the worst GPS. It was it would just, it'd send you right into traffic.
Or into
bridge
a
closures.
river,
Yeah,
like,
right.
maybe into a waterway.
100%.
I remember when they just started to become affordable for everybody back in 2008 or so, and I bought one because it was under $100.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this thing is great. And then I was driving to a show down in Connecticut with Dan, the librarian.
Dan the librarian.
We're on our way to a show, and then we're talking, and we're following the directions. And we just get to talking, and all of a sudden, we look down at the screen, and we realize the screen's not moving anymore. It's frozen.
No.
And we just missed the exit by 20 miles.
Yeah.
So we had to turn around. They're not, even today, they're not even as reliable as you think they are.
No. Well, Waze is pretty good, dude. Do you use Waze?
I do.
Yeah.
I started using that when I was on the road trips because they tell you there's a cop up ahead.
That's why I like Waze.
I was using Waze, but then all of a sudden, my Apple CarPlay stops connecting to my phone. So now I have to rely on the navigation system that came with the vehicle. And none of the updated exits in the state of Massachusetts have been changed over. So now it's I'm going where I need to go with false exit information.
You're taking take the route 63, and you're like, that's under Quabbin. When was this map from?
Right, exactly.
Before you flooded the valley.
All right, you got to go through Enfield, Massachusetts. No, Connecticut. No, Massachusetts. They flooded it out about 70 years ago. But, So anyway, $20 dinner and a comedy show tomorrow night at the Shortstop Bar and Grill.
Show and tell. I mean, what is more fun than finding something that's interesting in your house and bring it to the show? And then all the comics will sit around and you can tell us about it if you want, and we'll give you a prize for the most interesting. Couple prizes.
Think about this: $20
dinner
gets you into the Big E, and that's it.
There's
no comedy show. There's no nothing.
No, everything else, and you got to pay extra for everything else when you're in there.
Yeah, but you're actually, even with $20 to get in the Big E, you're still already in the hole. Another $20 for parking.
Yeah, right. Depending on where you're parked, 10 to $20.
Nabil will let you park for free. He's a good guy like that.
I don't know. I think we should put him in like a Big E showman hat and have him stand out on the corner. Hey, listen, I was saying Collins Tavern had this great marketing thing. They had a guy standing out there with a sign showing you the difference in the prices of what you're going to spend down at the bottom of the hill versus what you're going to spend inside Collins. Like Tito's, $4 at Collins, $14 down at the Big E.
Brilliant, yeah.
It's a great marketing scheme. Hey, we should all be doing that.
Yeah, I got to tell Nabil to get a big sign, too, to put it out on the road that says like $20 dinner and a comedy show.
Every Thursday.
What is he not getting enough promotion as it is? Is that how it's working?
Well, no, just all the cars. There's probably 10,000 cars a day that drive by Shortstop. It's
probably
right there on the road, right? That's a major route.
Route 20,
right? Yeah, Route 20. So one of those signs, I'm sure he's got to have one laying around. You know those big signs with the arrows that light up and you put the letters on it? How great would it be to throw one of those out there?
I think it'd be even better to have one of those like Liberty tax guys in their spare time show up there in some sort of costume, spinning a sign, comedy inside,
jumping around, yeah.
Well, why not?
I mean, I don't know what the costume would be. Probably, the Statue of Liberty's already taken, but there's got to be something out there, like some guy dressed like Gallagher or Carrot Top or something.
So you dress up a guy's meatballs.
All right, no one would stop for Carrot Top.
What do you mean? Carrot Top's great. I love Carrot Top.
Yeah, what's you're too good for prop comedy?
I can't go on stage without my water pistol. Where's my water pistol?
I met him. He's one of the first comedians that I ever met when I was 17, and we got into the Hukilau for the Carrot Top show. Me and my friend, and she was like, talk to him. And I was like, I want to do comedy. So he was like, oh, my name's Scott. I'm from Florida. He talked to me for like 20 minutes. And I got to tell you, that guy with no props is funnier than 90% of the comedians working today.
Why does he use the props?
Huh?
Why does he use the props?
Because he can be even funnier. And it's different.
All right.
And people go because they want to see the props. If he stopped doing props, he'd be, like Howie Mandel not putting a rubber glove on his head. It's like that's not the same.
I spent a whole day with Gallagher too. Totally different experience. Interesting guy, really nice, but he's like one of those super geniuses trapped in his own. He was an engineer by trade. He told me he was an electrical engineer.
So Gallagher 1 or Gallagher 2?
Gallagher 1. I asked him about that. He said that at one point he got sick of touring or whatever, so he had his brother go out and do it. And then when he told his brother it's time to stop because he was getting back into it, his brother refused to.
Oh, so he was just playing. He was filling in. That's how he got the job.
That's what started years of lawsuits.
He said they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in court.
Oh, it's probably been more than that.
Yeah.
When you think about what it would be today.
Oh, God, by today's dollars, sure.
It'd be like $200,000.
Easily.
Yeah.
This is like 15 years ago, about 14 years ago, probably, that I met him.
All right, we're out of time. We got more stuff coming up.
It's 8 o'clock on Rock 102.
Rock 102. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, your grilling destination. Weber, Big Green Egg, Uni Pizza Ovens, and Traeger Woodfire Grills.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, let's take a moment to talk about the great game of golf. Now, I know that many of you are not fans of the game, but hear me out. This January, the PGA season will begin its new golf season. And for the last 26 years, the PGA has begun play at the Sentry, located in the tropical sunny island paradise of the Hawaii island Maui. Sounds nice, huh? Well, under normal circumstances, I would agree with you. However, just because the brochures look nice doesn't mean that it's a great place to play, especially since the island of Maui is in the middle of a tremendous drought. Yesterday, the PGA announced that they have been forced to move the season opening event away from the plantation course at Kapalua to some other venue. This is because the drought has made the course virtually unplayable. The greens are now browns, the water hazards have become sand pits, and the lush foliage that once peppered its breathtaking landscapes looks more like a public course every single day. Now you might say, but Baxi, the Sentry isn't scheduled until January. This is the middle of September. Can't they get a sprinkler at Rocky's Ace Hardware? Of course they could. But water restrictions have made it impossible to care for the course. Now you might also say, hey Baxi, isn't Maui an island surrounded by water? And you would be right there too. Unfortunately, you can't hose the place down with salt water from the ocean because that will kill everything that hasn't died already. So where are they moving it to? I'm not sure. All I can tell you is it's certainly not coming up here in the middle of January, but with only 4.5 months to go, I wouldn't be surprised if you'll be seeing some of the best golfers in the world shooting chip shots into the clown's mouth or knocking down bogeys through the windmill or through the elephant's legs. Not to reduce the PGA opener down to a simple game of mini golf, but if that's the only place with a playable surface, then the PGA may not have much of a choice. Otherwise, I would highly suggest the rigorous par 3 course at Fenway Golf, if for no other reason for the soft serve and for the batting cages. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Hey, you need a new staple gun? Well, you're in luck. It's the Craftsman $15 tool sale at Rocky's. Get a Craftsman staple gun, a Craftsman hammer, a drill bit set. Good tools, good deals right now at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm back. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 8:13 and Queen on Rock 102.
It's going to be cloudy today with a spot shower or two and a high of 74. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 79. It is 58 right now in downtown Springfield.
Comedian Marty Caproni is in the studio. Great to have you.
Always good to be here, fellas.
Never heard of this guy before.
Really? Because he's been here for weeks.
What about, is there some sort of, what do you got? You here to plug some sort of deal going on?
I don't know what you're talking about, Steve. This week we're doing the, instead of just a regular comedy show and a dinner, you're going to get a special edition comedy show of Show and Tell. So if anyone's listening and they have something interesting in their house, bring it out to the Show and Tell. And you can win a prize, which is going to be great. We're going to give out some gift cards and stuff, and we're going to make it an interesting, funny comedy show.
Now, beyond the shameless self-promotion,
Yes.
what's going on? What else is going on with you?
I mean, not much. I got to be honest, not
All
much.
right, Marty Caproni here, everybody. It's 8:15.
No, I'm, I got just typical life stuff. I will tell you this. I know the last week's been crazy for everybody on social media, all the arguing, so I don't like it, so I stay away from it. But what I've come to find out is I go to the Lupa Zoo page and I look at the animals. And he's got, do you ever see otters?
Yeah, otters are a lot of fun to look at.
So Stan Lupa, he's got these little baby otters, and he's got a yellow lab, and the otters are just, they climb all over the lab, and they're playing with the lab, and he's got baby monkeys.
Yeah.
That's what I watched. That's it.
It's too bad they're bloodthirsty, savage animals that'll tear your flesh right off. But other than that, they're delightful.
Well, I went down you ever go down the Wikipedia rabbit hole and you can't sleep and you start looking up different things? I was like, how big does an otter get? And then I found there's a thing called a giant river otter. Do you guys know about this?
No.
It's in South America. They get up to 6 feet long.
What?
Yeah. 6 feet long, and they kill people. They have killed people. I don't want to get sued by an otter.
Well, good thing I'm not going swimming there anytime soon. Am I right? Or am I right? Am I right? I'm right. I'm right. I'm right. Right.
Well, I mean, I know you like animals, but I mean, there are animals that are bloodthirsty savages that rip your skin right off your bones.
Yeah, their jaws are super, super powerful. So that's what they said. Because I went down the rabbit hole because I saw this video on TikTok of a guy feeding a giant river otter a fish.
Yeah. My wife and I recently have been doing some hiking.
I noticed that you're getting out there. Nature backs.
I know. It's normally I'm not. I'm a classic indoorsman and not prone to be inviting nature and myself to interact. But we were hiking the other day, and then after we left, somebody posted online that at the very same place where we were walking around in the woods was a bear sighting.
Oh wow!
Now I'm not. I like bears as much as anybody else, but I'm thinking in case of a face-to-face confrontation, my wife can run faster than me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be the bear bait.
You're going to fight it, but it's a black bear. They're like dogs. They're fine.
I'm not judging anybody by the color of their fur, Marty. I'm just saying.
Yeah, why you got to bring race into this, Marty?
Black bears matter.
But the point I'm trying to make is, if I provoke a bear, if I poke the bear, I am likely to be the victim of said bear. Because I am, you may find this hard to believe, I'm not particularly athletic or fast on my feet.
You know what? I feel like you'd be athletic, I feel like you... I can't say that on the air. See, it's like one of those inside jokes.
That's best for your inside voice.
You know what? Here's what I'll tell you. I will say that on stage. I will say that on stage Thursday night at the comedy
if you
show.
want to know that's what we should do every week. In the inside joke on this show, we cannot say, but we will say it on stage.
I will say it on stage. Yeah. That's great.
I went hiking the other day with my dog.
What are you? Both of you guys are out there just nature.
I've been taking walk. I go.
Well, you're healthy. I
live out in the middle of nowhere too. Yeah. So I go out to this remote spot, and I'm thinking, and I downloaded this app that I'm not gonna pay $80 a year for, which is ridiculous. But it is a pretty cool features on it, so I was just using the free trial on it. Yeah. It's called All Trails, and it gives you anywhere you go, there's the map, and it has the GPS on it, which is great because then you're sometimes I get confused about where I am, something splits off or whatever. Yeah. So I'm at this I'm at this place and I'm walking around and I go, oh, you know what? I've never gone up into the backwoods up there. Let me take a walk, and I start walking up, and we're probably about a mile and a half into the woods.
Are the banjos getting louder?
Mile and a half in, I got my headphones on, right? It's a beautiful walk through the woods, and then I stop, and I see this cool waterfall that's going on, and I'm like, I'm going to take a picture of that. And as I take the headphones off, and I'm doing the video, I hear dogs barking, and I'm like,
oh, no.
Wait a minute, there's not a house around here for 3 or 4 miles, and there was nobody at the entrance to when I drove in.
Right.
And it was coming from the opposite direction, and I go, those are probably coyotes.
Oh, yeah.
That are out there in the wood. I mean, you're out in the wilderness. And so then I started, I took the headphones off. And
yeah, you never hike with headphones, dude.
Why?
Because for that exact reason. Did you ever see the video of the lady skiing and she's got the headphones on, she's singing? And a grizzly bear, those are the ones that you have to worry about. They'll kill you and eat you. Yeah. And she's skiing and she's singing, ah, na, 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 na. And there's literally a grizzly bear chasing her down the ski slope and she doesn't know. You never saw that video?
No.
I'm going to show you that now.
All right. Well, I learned my lesson. And because usually I carry the bear mace with me or the air horn thing. And I didn't bring either of those because I didn't plan on walking into this area where I was going. And now I'm like, all right, well, I guess.
You are. You're the idiot that we make fun of on the news when we read his. Steve Nagle was found
eaten
mauled
by
coyotes.
You know what I do in case of a bear attack? I have that Julie Tremmel video on pause. So if ever I'm confront the bear, I just show it to take a look at this lady.
Yeah.
Here's was the solution to this whole thing. I put a pile of I put a pile of birdseed down, stuffed with dynamite, and I wrote free birdseed, waiting for a bird to come by and break that. And then, yet the bird ate the seed, didn't explode. The coyote came back, ate the birdseed, he exploded.
Really?
Yeah.
This seems like a plot that seems familiar to me at all.
Is this the same coyote that painted a tunnel on a big rock?
Yeah, and I ran through it, and then the coyote was chasing me, and then he flat like a pancake right into the wall.
And you fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
Held up a sign that said "Mother" on it, then you fell to the ground and accordioned yourself for the next several minutes.
Are you, like, surveilling me?
Yeah. When you took your headset off, did you hear meep beep? Did you hear?
I did. I heard that.
Yeah. It all checks out.
It's weird.
Sure does.
Very weird.
It's 8:22 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's 8:25 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam's got the full forecast for you.
You know, Steve, Marty, summer is winding down, and if you think you've had just about enough of the summer, I bet you could sure use yourself a great fat beer right in your hands right now. Rock 102 has got you hooked up for half-off hops. $50 gift cards to some of the area's finest local breweries, Western Mass breweries like Rustic Brewing, Great Awakening, Scantic River, Arc Point, just $25. Imagine that, a $50 gift card for half off. They're on sale now at the Shop 30 store at rock102.com, and trust us, they will go fast, so do not wait. Half-off hops from Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Half off?
Half-off
So
hops.
$50, you pay $25, that's half off?
Carry the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I trust me.
Yeah.
I you know how good I am at math.
No,
I checked my
that's
worth.
why I'm asking you.
I checked my worth. 50% off for a $50 gift card is, in fact, $25.
That's a good deal.
It is a good deal.
Hey, by the way, some guy says, Bax, you're Portuguese, take the shirt off and the bear will think you're related.
They'll think it's a big bush of thicket.
Yeah.
I agree, but nevertheless.
Do you ever skip stones?
Yeah.
Skipping stones?
Yes.
Kind of feels like an activity that it would be very difficult to do illegally somehow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be relaxing.
Well, the World Stone Skimming Championships were recently rocked by a cheating scandal. After some competitors were found to be using suspiciously circular stones. If you know anything about skipping stones or stone skimming, you'd know that one of the tricks is to find a nice, flat, round one, right? According to the competition's rules, stones must come from naturally occurring island slate and fit through a device called the Ring of Truth to ensure that they are right size, no bigger than 3 inches in diameter. Well, I had no problem with that. The championships organizers said when the offenders were caught, they held their hands up and ultimately apologized.
What kind of nerds are turning that into a competition?
Somebody out there. He said there was a bit of stone doctoring. They'd shape it so it was perfectly circular and fitted our 3-inch measurer. The problem was we just didn't notice at the time that they were suspiciously circular. This was in Scotland, but it was ultimately won by an American named Jonathan Jennings, who managed to skip his stones for a total of 177 meters. That's 580 feet in American terms.
You know, you said what kind of nerd gets involved in a stone skipping competition?
Yeah.
Ask yourself this. What kind of nerd does it take to cheat at a stone skipping competition? I mean, someone who wants to win it so bad they can taste it.
And the competition doesn't even involve like a big purse or anything. It's just like bragging rights because they raise money for charity when they do these events. The organizers added that they will move on to an even greater event next year despite this year's cheating.
Can you imagine you bought your own plane ticket, flew all the way to Scotland to win nothing more than a trophy, and then these guys are spinning rocks on a lathe so that they can beat you?
You won one free car wash. Congratulations.
I'm going to kick this guy's ass. I'm going to skip this guy's ass.
Oh, for crap's sake. He's surrounded on a lathe. You know, you got to deal with that.
Did you ever see those competitions, though, with the people who are like professionals at it? They can skip, it goes like 23 times across the water, you know?
I would just, if there was money in it, I would just talk to Connor Early from the Sox, get that guy.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a...
He could skip a stone 500 feet.
But you know what? Like, you've seen competitions like this where a guy will walk in, he's all cocky or something. Yeah. You know, he's like, like in a darts competition, he has his own darts or he has his own pool cue, and he's like letting everybody know, playing a psychological game. Like, I got my own stuff here. I got my own bowling shoes, thank you. And you see him actually, shoot pool or bowl, and the guy sucks. I love when that happens.
That used to be back in the day. There was a pool league. I think we used to play at the Open Door there in Ludlow or whatever. I remember I did it for like two times.
Yeah.
But back then there was like one guy who came with his little briefcase and he opened it and built his stick up in front of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But now with the competitive pool leagues, at View Street they were doing it. And I remember sitting there laughing. They all had their little briefcase with their pool stick in it and everything. I was like, what? How serious are we all taking it?
They get really serious about it.
Yeah.
Best pool play I ever saw was this one-armed guy. It was an Asian engineering student at Marquette, and he would run the table for hours.
Oh, yeah.
And he played with one hand, never used a bridge,
Really?
And he'd crush people. And it was like, I played him, wasn't even close. And I wasn't a terrible pool player. This guy was phenomenal. I don't know how the hell he did it, but he was so skilled. It was sick.
He practiced and he practiced and he practiced. And that's how he got that good.
It's like, shouldn't you be studying a book or something like that?
You know what? Like all those sports, like the other one, like you ever watch ping pong, competitive ping pong?
Mm-hmm.
All the guys from Asia just wipe the floor with everybody. Like you watch them, and it's like maybe in our country everyone's too busy learning how to play football or baseball or whatever. You watch these guys play ping pong, it's otherworldly.
No, they're too busy going to $20 comedy shows.
Did you know the biggest sport in the world? You know what the biggest sport in the world is?
Pickleball.
No.
What?
Cricket.
Oh, that makes sense.
Cricket is like the number one sport worldwide. We don't even really play it.
No, in fact, we laugh at it.
We laugh at it, but it's one of those things. It's like what's popular in one place is definitely not going to be popular in another place. That's why the ping pong thing might make sense in that.
There's a buddy of ours that in Pakistan. He's a Pakistani kid, and he's on TV for cricket, and he's sponsored. He gets money from Frito-Lay's.
I would like to get a Frito-Lay sponsorship.
I'd like to get laid for a cricket.
Have you tried these things? They're called poppables.
I've seen them, but I haven't had them.
Okay, so I never bought them because they're like $6 a bag. I'm like, they sound stupid.
Yeah.
I got a couple. They were 2 for $5 at Big Y, so we got a couple bags of these pop. It's like cracking a bag.
Really,
buddy, you got to get them. You got to just get a sea salt
poppable.
And yet,
here you are with no bags of poppables.
I know.
And you were asking what was going on with him lately.
We got news coming up next to Rock 102.
Here's your Western Mass News.
8:35 at Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Aquapump, an expert in all water supply systems from the well to the pump and into the house. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thank you, Bax. The MSPCA Angel is urging pet owners to vaccinate their dogs against parvo following the hospitalization of golden retriever puppies found abandoned in Boston. The puppies, all less than 6 months old, were among 3 that were recovered by Boston Animal Control in Dorchester on August 23rd. While one puppy tested positive for parvo but did not require hospitalization, the other 2 were treated at the MSPCA in Waltham for 6 days. Parvos are highly contagious and potentially deadly, so when the puppies tested positive, Boston Animal Control immediately took action and helped them out, explained Mike Kiley, Vice President of the MSPCA's Animal Protection Division. Aren't they all part of the Animal Protection Division?
I think that's what they all signed up for.
So it's kind of what they do, right?
All right, you're going to be the vice president of the Animal Protection Division here at the shelter. What about that guy? Well, he's going into the animal cruelty section over there.
Bob, you're on plants. What?
Yeah, you get plants. You get to set up the little trees for the dogs to pee on when they go around in the yard. Anyway, they are investigating the history of the puppies, which were found sick and alone. And the guy points out that these are like highly sought out animals.
Yeah, golden retrievers.
It's highly unusual to find abandoned golden retrievers somewhere.
Sounds like my dream.
An abandoned golden retriever?
Well, no, it's like a little treasure for you.
Yeah,
still. While one man's treasure is a piece of gold, Marty's is a bag full of puppies.
Well, I don't know about a bag full. That's terrible.
Wow, I knew people who rescued a dog, one of the dogs years ago. Some a-hole
threw it out of a car.
They were pit bull mixes. And no, he tied him to a train track. And it was found by, luckily it was found by somebody.
They should kill that guy.
Well, but they know who it was.
Yeah.
It was one of these, you know, abandoned on the tracks in Springfield somewhere. And then, obviously the dogs were rescued, but it's like, what is going through your head?
I don't know.
There are shelters that you can bring these things to, no questions asked, and drop them off.
And, the truth is, I mean, a lot of people are kind of bugged out about, pit breeds or, pit mixes. But, sometimes they make fantastic dogs. If you put them in a loving home, those dogs are terrific.
In fact, when, like back in my mom's era, in the 40s and 50s, people used to use the pit bulls to babysit their kids. Their kids would be outside playing in the yard. Yeah. They leave the pit bull out there, and the pit bull will make sure they didn't run out on the road. They're great breed of dogs if you train them right.
And the way they respond with fireball.
Is that the same rescue pit bull?
That's Pitbull.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, sure. Right.
You adopt a pit bull, then every time you're having some sort of intimate moment, just the bedroom door busts open. It's like, "Foo 315," and it says whatever his area code is.
Starts playing music in the background.
That's okay. Yeah.
You're gonna get it on with your lady.
Yeah, you rub its belly, says baby, 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 baby.
A man was arrested for cutting off a tractor trailer and damaging a placard on it, according to police in South Windsor. They said they charged 66-year-old Kevin Kelleher with third-degree criminal mischief and second-degree breach of peace. Police said the incident happened last month on Sullivan Avenue. Investigators determined that Kelleher cut off the tractor trailer, got out of his vehicle, and used his hands to pull off the hazardous material placard on the front bumper.
Well, he showed them.
Wow, you coming through here with your fuels and your batteries and your UN numbers? Not in my town of South Windsor. Not today, bitches.
Apparently you don't need this. Yeah. Rip it off.
I showed you.
He just turned himself in Monday to South Windsor Police on an active arrest warrant. He was released on a promise to appear in Manchester Superior Court on October 1st.
Pinky swear or just released on a regular old
I think he was just released on a regular
it's not that severe.
There was a road rage incident out in Palmer on Friday night where two guys got out. It was a weird details to the story.
I'm shocked there was a road, let alone a road.
Oh, they got roads.
Did they?
And a lot of angry people.
Yeah. One guy gets out of the car with a gun, and then the other guy shows his gun.
Oh, man.
And then that was the first part of the story. That was the first version of the story. Yeah. And then it said that these two people were allowed to go on their way. One guy was arrested for disorderly conduct. It wasn't clear if it was one of the guys with the guns, but because there was multiple people involved in this whole thing. But they didn't say anything about shots being fired. And then yesterday, I'm reading the story to Bax, and I'm like, wait a minute. There was no shots fired. Turns out there were shots fired from one of the guns. But yet, and it makes you wonder who it was that was arrested, because it was like, the licensing commission is working out of what they're going to do with the ownership of the guns. And I'm like, if a gun goes off.
Right.
And you're not in a situation, I mean, if you fire one up in the air, that's illegal. You can't just do that.
1,000 feet from a dwelling or whatever the thing is, there's a law for that.
It kind of makes you wonder who were the people that were arrested.
Meanwhile, this poor guy down in the thing rips off one little bumper sticker, and now he's got second.
I've had it with you hazardous materials in this town.
How's your driving? Let me tell you a thing or two.
Yeah. But it's really not serious when it's second degree breach of peace. It's not even breach of peace, the first degree.
If you rip the placard off, you don't even know it's hazardous. I run numbers at the Big E every day.
I just don't report them anymore.
Mum's the word. Well, how many people came in through the gates today? As many as I say they will.
That's my favorite.
Well, no, because we did that story yesterday. Bax did the story about the numbers are not being reported at the Big
Every
E.
year since I can remember, they're like,
10,000.
and this year we've got 2 million, and tomorrow we get 199.3 thousand. Now all of a sudden they're like,
record-breaking crowds. And, all
now
of a
they're
sudden-
like, it's proprietary.
That's our business.
Well, how many people came in through the gate? That's none of your business.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, if they don't disclose,
Yeah.
then
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Oh, there were 200,000 people crammed into there. Well, or was there?
It's like Gene Cassidy's like, I don't want to release any personal information.
Yes.
How many people came in through?
He just
It's a little personal. You asking me how many people came in here today?
The nerve of these people asking how many people were in here yesterday.
How many people came through, Gene? I believe that's a HIPAA violation.
Yeah,
no, that's
do it.
medical. Oh, okay.
No, a hippo violation.
Yeah, well.
One of the animals down there. Anyway, your Pioneer Valley forecast today. It is going to be cloudy with a spot shower this afternoon and a high of 74. Tomorrow, sunny with a high of 79. It is 58 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 8:51 and 7 Mary 3 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be cloudy today with a spot shower or two. This afternoon, a high of 74. It's 58 in downtown Springfield.
Want to thank the folks from the what is it, the Lions Club did this?
The Lions Club over at the Big E, and well, I mean they're not at the Big E all year long, but it's the Lions Club that happens to have the food thing over there at the Big E this year.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a piece of the Flatliner burger and the Flatliner hot dog.
Pretty good.
I'm flatlining right now.
I'm still stuffing my face with it.
I get the meat sweats.
Yeah, well, we shared them. You know, I cut the hot dog into threes. Steve cut the hamburger into fours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's going to be one extra.
I got to be honest, that hot dog was amazing.
It was fries, chilies, cheese whiz, I think it was.
Bacon on that or something?
Bacon?
Maybe?
Oh, man. It's got all the
good stuff.
Got all the four major food groups.
Yeah.
Hard, soft, cold, and hot.
Good time.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I know Marty's here for the, to promote that $20 dinner and a comedy show, but can I just speak of something really quickly?
Of course.
On October 4th in the morning, I'm going to be, I don't know if hosting, emceeing, I guess, or whatever, a color run down in Suffield for the Suffield Elementary PTO that they got going on down there. And that starts off, registration's at 9, race starts at 9:30. It's at McAllister Field in Suffield. Tomorrow is the last day for the Suffield Color Run to get donations to them. If you want to donate a prize, you're a business, or somebody else wants to donate something to them, tomorrow is the last day to do that. And again, you can find out more. And it's on Facebook. It's the Color Run, the McAllister Intermediate School Color Run, Saturday, October 4th. And I'll be there. I'll be there emceeing.
Will you be doused with paint like all the other people?
You know what? Yeah. You know what? And then I can show up in different colors and go to that John O'Brien roast.
Oh, you'll be like the many colors of the rainbow.
How about that?
You'll be like a walking skittle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is it powder or paint that they do in those things?
I don't know what it is.
I think it was a powder, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought so too. That's a good question for your Suffield people.
I have a really dirty joke that I can't say right now because it's about a charity event and I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
You could also tell it Thursday night at the Show and Tell Comedy Show.
Yeah, you want to hear my joke, my dirty joke about a color run, come tomorrow night to the shortstop in Westfield.
So now we have Show and Tell and behind the scenes and dinner and comedy.
Did you remember the other joke?
I 100%.
Yes, all right. Now I'll remember this one, and then we'll have a show. If you can shout it out in the middle of the show, what were the 2 jokes that you did that you couldn't say on the radio?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, it is powder, by the way.
That's what I thought.
Powder.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah,
so that's better.
That's kind of like those flowering videos where people chuck a fistful of flour into your face.
Yeah,
those are hilarious.
Or in Springfield, it's like that girl who got arrested for stabbing the thing with a bag of cocaine. It's the same.
I don't know if that's the same thing.
That wasn't for charity.
That's the Springfield color run. The color is white. Woo!
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, what kind of powder is it? I'm curious.
Well, what kind of powder it is?
Powder for color run. Let's see. Powder packets.
Yeah.
But what is it made of? What's the material?
They're not going to. You think Big Powder is going to tell you that?
Yeah, I think it's mostly asbestos. Big powder.
Big Powder doesn't want you to know how dangerous this is. All of a sudden, you got RFK going, oh, you don't want to put the powder on your face. They don't want to tell you what's going on.
That powder causes tuberculosis.
You got tuberculosis from the powder, and then you went into the breathing, and they don't want you to tell them about it.
Yeah, you got to feel bad. That poor guy, right? Like, you're a Kennedy. You're good looking. You're educated. You have, I mean, they might as well be like, you're going to be a president someday. And then all of a sudden you get whatever that was,
like a parasitic worm in your brain.
Let me tell you something. Give the guy credit. When I'm taking medical advice, I'm taking medical advice from a former heroin addict who had a brain worm for years and dropped off a dead bear in Central Park after a night at Peter Luger's Steakhouse.
And is still married to Cheryl Hines. How that happens, I don't know. That's probably the most impressive part of the whole thing.
Yeah, what bet did she lose?
I have no idea. He must have pictures or something.
Well, she really liked my anti-vaccine talk and didn't want to get going, and she wanted somebody pure.
Listen, I feel bad for the guy.
Of course you do.
Because he's got you check all the boxes, and then you live your whole life and then all of a sudden, no one can listen to you talk. I wouldn't listen to, like, if he was just a cashier at Walmart, clean up and I'll sex. I'd be like, oh, God, get that guy off the mic.
Can I see your receipt on the way out? You didn't purchase this Sony Walkman.
I've decided to do my voice for my own audiobook.
Are those non-toxic powder colors that you picked up today before you blow it in somebody's face?
So fun to be insensitive. They really towards other people.
I can't wait for the hate mail on that.
Oh, yeah. You'll get a little bit of it.
Everyone's going to make it all political.
What if, here's somebody says, what if RFK and Katharine Hepburn got into an argument? Well, I don't know, Katharine. What are you wearing to the color run this weekend?
I was going to wear a smock, the one that I wore while I was painting pictures by the pond.
I think you're going to look really sexy in that.
God, if they ever had a sex tape. Yikes.
It's just about
and you get a brain worm. And you get a brain worm. We all get brain worms. $20 dinner and comedy show. The short side tomorrow.
It's 8:58 at Rock 102.